DP, 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 DP. Hi, Zuzilla, Tyrese. DP, 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 DP. You get it, Reese. Drop a booyah for us. That's what we do here. We drop a booyah on DP. DP, 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 DP. Booyah! DP, 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 DP. Hold on, I gotta take a little vape break. DP, 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 DP. And we're back, folks. We're back to Noisy having a little trouble getting in. But we're going to do a DP chant until Noisy gets ya. DP, 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 DP. Lit as fuck to douchebag in the matter of seconds. Oh, well, if you're going to call me a douchebag, you're going to get a big fat blockaroo, Reese. Oh my God, it's shit on page hour. I don't like that. I won't hesitate to block each and every one of you. This is DP, and we're going to have a heel turn. I'm going to turn on all of you. Oh, and here we go. DP, DP, DP,
DP, DP, DP.
That's right. This is Sundays at 6, folks. And this is DP. Of course, you already know. I've been saying it forever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to block anybody. Come on. I was telling people I was going to block them because they're roasting me. This is not the roast of Paige Campbell. This is DP, Sundays at 6.
I was about to say, Paige is doing a heel turn here.
Loud. We double penetrate your ears. It's a heel turn. That's exactly what I said. Yeah. It's a fucking heel turn. So,
holy shit.
Wait, hold on. Are you good? We had a little freeze.
I'm good.
Are you
Can
good?
you hear me? You're a little freezy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm good. I can hear you loud and clear.
Good. Well, you just froze for a split second, and I was concerned. I got freaked out a little bit. I started prairie dog, and I let out a little shit in my pants. But no problem. I clenched my sphincter as soon as I saw you were back.
Because those muscles don't quit, and that's all you can expect from DP, where you have such a spectacular sphincter control from Paige Campbell.
That's right. You gotta work out every muscle, and I do male Kegels all day, every day. Basically, I'm always clenching my asshole because I want it to be tight.
Dude, I
want to have a gorilla grip asshole.
gorilla grip, bussy right there. Paige is a
gorilla.
He's got a wet ass bussy.
Wet ass bussy. That's my favorite. Like Alex and I sometimes. I think I've said this on here before, but Alex and I sometimes get really into sending each other tweets from like gay Twitter, because dude, it's so funny. Twitter allows you to just like post porn, and like people are
they just put a little warning on it.
Is there even a warning? I feel like I've seen porn on Twitter with nothing. It's just fucking like, you know, they kicked Trump off, which I get, but they let porn. It's great. It fucking rules. What I'm saying is,
and that's exactly right.
It's so funny because someone will just post a huge dick, and then all the comments are just like, "Oh yeah, fuck my pussy, dude." Gay dudes calling their assholes pussies is so funny to me. I want you to fuck my pussy.
It is very cringe.
Fuck my pussy. Oh, you just jerked off to Twitter porn? Well, Reese, that's great. I remember when I was a 16-year-old man as well, and I really haven't slowed down much at all, but oh my God, I used to just let every cum out like it was every nut out was like it was like a Kleenex. You know what I mean? You think of Kleenexes where you're just, you're just pulling them out, just shooting ropes, baby.
Kleenex. Ironic they call it a Kleenex because it's so fucking filthy with all that splooge you've been shooting.
Yeah, not a Kleenex. But I'm saying, we're very pro jerking off at DP. We're very pro calling your asshole a pussy. We like all of it.
Call your asshole a pussy. Call your mom a pussy too, because she's scared of shit whenever you look at porn Twitter.
First come in weeks. That is crazy, Reese. I haven't skipped a fucking day since I was fucking 11. I fucking...
Reese.
Oh, my God. It's good. Good on you, but... Oh,
shooting some splooge.
I do love beating off, man. It's the champagne of cums. It's so fucking beautiful.
Hey, just call my man a French sommelier because he loves that sweet, sweet champagne of cum.
Yes, that's...
Also, shout out to Davey Bo in the chat. He is going to be our guest later. The champagne of cum.
Oh, is that...
beating off.
Is that Zoozillist?
That's Zoozillist, the illest. No, Davey Bo. Davey Bo is going to be the guest later today. Philly comic and funny guy. And also, guy who witnessed firsthand CM Punk's pop on AEW.
Yes, I know. CM Punk's back in AEW. We're going to get to that, folks. So, you know the format. We like to riff, and we like to bring in folks to tell hog wild stories. And we're going to do all of that today, but we riff for 15, 20, and then we bring in the guest. We'll save the wrestling talk for Davey as well, because he, as you explained to me, is a big wrestling fan. So I'm excited to talk some Punk. And it's the biggest fucking news story in the wrestling world in 10 years. CM Punk is back.
Oh, my God. Back after what, 7 years?
Oh. Now, we do have a development here. Davey was not there. He's going to All Out, which is also...
Oh, shit. Did I misunderstand, Davey? But I am so sorry. I thought you saw the pump right. Pop. Well, pop, Davey.
It's a little confusing because they announced All Out, which is going to be in September in 2 weeks, right? And people assumed Punk, right? So All Out sells out, whatever. Then they announced a bigger venue in Chicago 2 weeks before All Out. And the idea is, have Punk come out, cut a promo, so you sell a shit ton of pay-per-views. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. Well, that just makes sense. Well, I feel like I have cum on my face.
It's okay, my friend. I'm still excited to talk wrestling, and we know that Davey's got a hog wild story for us as well. So that's beautiful and no problem at all. But
oh yeah,
let's get this theme going. You want to hear this theme?
Let's get this theme going. Let's get this theme going. What's up? Let's get this theme going.
Oh, you did watch on TV. Well, of course, you had to watch on TV, Davey. Chicago to Philly, see, that seems insane. That seems so far. Oh, you're... Hold on. Break it up a little bit. What's that?
Yeah. I heard my voice come through like the Stephen Hawking AI generated voice. No, we have some we have some wrestling of our own to talk about. We got to see some AEW last week.
We sure do. Yeah, we sure do. We got a whole lot to talk about. Really, is what's beautiful. I love when we're just living life and we don't have to think of any jokes or material. We can just talk.
We can just rip
life experiences.
And that's exactly right.
Yeah, man, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun when you don't have to write any jokes, man. That's what I like about a podcast is you can just talk.
You're breaking up a little bit, bud.
Oh my god. It's gonna do this every other week, I think. I think it's gonna start because once again, we've had this debate. You're breaking up. Wrong. Well, okay, here's what I'll do.
Well, our producer's in the chat, so
Yeah, Samantha is our producer. Samantha, can you please reach out to Mark Zuckerberg and tell him to get his goddamn act together? He might try to be like, well, if you checked your router, it could be your internet. Fuck that. It's your fault. We didn't have this problem before fucking Facebook took over Instagram. It's your fault, Bezos. But anyway, Dee's stream is figuring itself out. I'm going to play the theme while that happens. Because we certainly don't want to lose D. We can't just have P. That wouldn't work. It's DP,
no.
Okay?
DP. It's ADeeW RamPaige.
ADeeW RamPaige. Exactly right.
Tell you that man is small in real life, but down in his pants he is larger than
Oh, okay. We're saved. Samantha has Zuckerberg on the horn. And if he refuses to do anything, we're gonna go ahead and say Mark Zuckerberg hates trans people. I'm very prepared to say that.
Mark Zuckerberg, iconic transphobe because he can't fix his fucking Instagram.
He wants to keep DP down, and to me, I mean, no one has a problem with a white man being silenced. So, you know, I don't need a voice, but you need a voice, D. Your voice has to be out there, and Zuckerberg's trying to stop it. I don't like it.
As a white woman, I am very undervalued in society.
That is true. Yeah,
I never get anything.
Yeah, definitely. More trans inclusion is great, but that is true. It's like, yeah, I'm a white woman. You're a white woman.
I never get anything I want.
The issue is the people who don't agree that you're a white woman. You know what I mean? I would say they're the problem.
No, to them, I'm just a white faggot.
Well, this is going to be a wrestling-heavy episode. That could be your wrestling name. Oh, folks, you got to trust me. That would have gotten a big laugh from D. Did that get a big laugh?
Can we get a big laugh? Drop a big laugh in the chat.
You're back. Well, I was saying you're cutting out. Again, I know we've had this debate, but it's whoever it's running on Instagram. So I'm saying, right? Right.
I was going to say, from my perspective,
okay.
you're cutting out.
I understand, and I truly. Yeah, no, the instant replay. This is one of the most retarded thoughts I've ever had. We need, since you keep cutting out, what we need is an instant deplay, and the instant deplay.
An instant deplay. An instant deplay. Oh my god, dude!
What we need is an instant
deplay.
Yeah, well...
Well, it's proven... it's proven at this point that I'm basically an AI, so...
That is the truth, yeah. Maybe, you're right, you're an AI, maybe that Bezos is not Bezos, fucking Zuckerberg. I get Bezos and Zuckerberg confused, because they're basically the same guy.
You know that... I mean, they suck each other's dicks on the weekend.
Oh, a Bezos. That would be awesome to see. A Bezos Zuckerberg 69? That'd be great.
Sarah Raleigh chiming in with y'all's pixels are looking very cute today. Well, thank you, Sarah.
I know. Let me ask you this, Dee, and I don't want to be accusatory. I blame this completely on Zuckerberg. But let me ask you. Are you connected to internet? Or are you going to Wi-Fi?
I,
Opa Wi-Fi style.
I am connected to Wi-Fi.
Opa LTE style.
LTE. Oh, Opa LTE style.
are connected
Well,
to
let me
Wi-Fi.
see. I am connected to Wi-Fi, and it's streaming strong.
Okay. Wow. Well,
I can tell you.
it's getting a little better. It'll be all
I
right.
can try moving over a little bit.
It'll be all
Maybe
right.
sitting over here.
Yeah, it'd be all right. But what I'm saying is, maybe, just maybe, he's not anti-trans. Maybe he's anti-deepfake, and he doesn't like that I've put together this simulation so I can have a show and pretend that I'm woke doing a show with a beautiful trans woman when we all know
Wait, Paige.
in reality,
Paige.
you're a deepfake. Yeah.
Suggesting that trans people.
Oh boy, I heard my name and then you went away.
Are you saying that trans people are also accountable for their actions?
No. What I'm saying is, I think he's assuming the sissy over here, the big old sissy. I think he's assuming,
Hey!
or I think he's mad that
you
I'm.
best. You best not be assuming before you're fuming.
Yeah, you know what happens when you assume. I hate that, dude. When people say that, you know what I'm gonna say?
I'm gonna whoop your ass,
Oh no, you make an ass out of you and me. You never heard that?
Haven't I heard that?
Yeah,
I do a lot of assuming.
It would surprise me if you haven't, because it's very common, and I'll be honest, I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it. I hate it. I don't like when people say that. It's like, get out of my face. Don't say ass out of you and me. I hate that shit.
Dude, that's honestly in the same camp as somebody being like, can I use the bathroom? I don't know. Can you?
Oh, yeah, that used to be the worst. I don't know if I ever personally had this said to me, but they say a big one at like customer service jobs is, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. It's like, if you say that to a kid, you should put a shotgun in your mouth. If you have time to lean, you have time to clean. Oh my fucking god, you should perish soon. Yes.
Well, you know what they say in oh, you're breaking up again, bud.
I know. It's choppy as hell. It can't figure itself out. But this is how the show goes. This is
There's
hard. When you what?
Well, dude, you know what else is happening? There's also a hurricane hitting the East Coast right now, so that might also have something to play with it.
That could be it. Yeah, it's about to dump in RVA as well, so that could be a factor. But you know, this is just part of navigating the choppy waters. Sometimes it's hell trying to get to heaven, folks, and of course, heaven is Dee and Paige riffing.
I didn't catch any of that, dude.
So we're gonna power through. Oh, that's all right. I was just playing it off as not a big deal because really, yeah, what the fuck ever. But it is frustrating because I know you're having some killer lines, and
oh, it's I'm fuming and assuming right now.
You're fuming and assuming. But hold on, okay. So what time did we start? Do you remember?
We started around like 6:05, so it's probably about time to pull Davey in here.
Probably about time to pull Davey. Let's do a quick rundown. What have you been up to? How you been?
I've been all right, not doing much. Me and our producer, Samantha, were in Virginia Beach lately for a comedy show. She was doing comedy. I was supporting comedy, as I tend to do.
Yeah, I know.
And,
I saw that. It's crazy the fucking time. I was in fucking Newport News on Wednesday for a show. And then she's in Virginia Beach. It's like, god damn, why can't it be the same night? I'd love to see my ladies. I consider y'all my go-to girls. And yeah,
Sorry, say that again.
good to see y'all. But you know, oh, I just said I consider you my go-to girl.
I'm your main squeeze.
Yeah, I'm saying
No,
it would
dude,
have
it
been
was
nice because I was in. I
you're in
headlined, dude.
you're the news, right?
Badges is saying I headlined. That's true. I was at the same show. I saw y'all on Thursday, and it was wonderful. But yeah, you know, you're freezing. I'll tell you, I went up to Newport News Wednesday. Had a fun show in Newport News, and then last night I did a house show. The house show. I forget what they're calling it now. It used to be Sad House. It's like a classic Richmond house show venue. And I used to do it when it was 6 people. It was just like, it was like 6 people just standing around, no seats. So I assumed it was going to be that, just like shitty, like a fun party environment, but shitty, right?
Oh shit, dude, that sounds fun as hell.
Maybe. Well, yeah, it used to be like crazy in like the Wild West, and like no one paying attention, like, but you would get trashed and it would be fun. Now it's like a show. I couldn't believe it. I walked in and it was a fucking show. There were seats. Yeah, it was crazy. It was very fun. All the comics did great. Fucking excellent. They're calling it like the People's Temple now because it's the Alex Jonestown Massacre guys.
I'm not catch.
I know. This is fucking insane. Can you go inside? Try going inside, I feel like. This is crazy. And folks, I am sorry, but what can you do? What can you do other than take some Jeebs and hope you get some D? Now, pop in the chat, if you will. Who would you say is freezing most? Is it Dee? Is it Paige? Is it both of us? How are we doing here, folks? Let's go ahead and let's get a live on the fly review. And we got Unfortunate Succulent here as well. I want to bring a light to that. Hey, thanks for checking out DP. We appreciate you.
Sorry, dude, I didn't catch like
Davey Boy.
any of
Yeah,
that.
it's Dee. Okay, that's what I was just riffing because you were fucked up. I couldn't hear
No,
you.
I didn't catch a single bit of that. You were completely out on my end.
Okay, well, that's all right. No need to repeat. But what I will say is, as a last-ditch effort, are you able to try to go inside? It could be the outside. That's
I could try that.
too far
Let
from
me
the
try
router.
going inside.
Yeah, I know. I used to
Let me try going
FaceTime,
inside.
and like sometimes stepping out of the house really fucks
Let me
it.
pack. Yeah, let me pack up my smokes and go
That's right.
indoors.
Pack up and go. Yeah, this is why you gotta vaporoo, because I've been the SIGs inside guy. Not a good guy to be. But I do like getting blackout and just fucking blasting SIGs inside. The vape is much better. I must say, I truly will say, the vape is much better.
Vaping, the only cigarette you can do indoors.
They say smoking a vape is like
All right,
3
how's this
packs of
dude?
cigarettes. Whoa. It's like, maybe, but I can do it indoors. Oh, I think it's getting better already.
All right, I'm
I'll
back
be
in.
honest. Better already.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I don't know if it did, but it was silent, and I was like, dude, if I said better already and it froze, that would have been a beautiful bit. Okay, yeah, maybe it's not better. Okay, we got Chance McDonald saying, I just ate a taco. That fucking rules. D, can I ask you, hard or soft tacos?
Oh, soft.
Come on,
You gotta go soft.
hard or soft? Yeah, yeah. Soft is preferable. I agree. Soft is definitely preferable. And did you ever see that commercial where that girl goes, "Why not both?" And then they like raise her in the air and they're dancing. See? Can you hear me? Oh boy. Well, Chance, Korean barbecue style, pretty wild. That sounds fucking epic. I would love that. Oh, I know. I see that the stream's still splotchy. Oh my fucking god. You know what we might have to do, D? And D, can you hear me? Are you able to communicate with me through the chat? This is the craziest fucking episode of all time, folks. Holy fuck. Noisy left. Okay, she's gonna try to rejoin, I assume. And I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I'll pull down. I'll peel back the curtain. Yeah, we lost her. I know. I'm gonna peel back the curtain. What I want to discuss with Dee when she gets back is, I think if we restart this stream, that might work. So we might do that. Let me try to add her, and we'll see what's up. Thank you to anybody who's stuck around. I'm sorry that we're getting fucked in the ass by Zuckerberg. But we're doing what we can, folks, because an outlaw in the face of adversity sticks his middle finger up and pulls out his 6-shooter and says, "Fuck you, Zuckerberg. We are here." You know what I mean? In the face of adversity, an outlaw puffs up his chest and challenges those who have it all. We don't have shit, but we got guts, baby. That's what we got.
When life hands you lemons, use them for target practice.
Exactly. Use them for. That's hilarious. When life hands you lemons, pull out your 6-shooter and knock them off the fence. Now, D, I think you might be better now. Maybe we figured it out. We finally ironed out the final wrinkle in the DP plan. If it gets too choppy, you just gotta leave and come back.
If it gets too choppy, you go a little sloppy, and then you drive back in and you're jalopy.
When the stream gets choppy, keep on going, don't hold back. If you're scared, don't show it. You might be gay,
Yeah.
but the devil told you to suck dick. Do you know that song?
Oh, indeed I do. If you're going to be gay, suck the devil's dick.
The original song is like, I like that it's about hell. I don't know who it's by, but I like that it's about hell. So I put it on every like 6 months, but I forget that I don't really like how the song sounds. Because the country song is like, if you're going through hell, keep on going. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm like, I do like that shit. Keep on fucking going. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Hell yeah, brother.
We've figured out. We've mastered Zuckerberg. We've got our knee on his neck. And
Zuckerberg, I'm squashing you.
and we have laid him down with our 6-shooter, and we'll do it again if we need to. But we've pussyfooted around enough, folks. It's time to bring old Davey Boy into this chat.
Let's bring old Davey Bo into this chat.
Oh, baby. I can't fucking wait to talk some wrestling and hear a hog wild story. Goddamn, boy. Goddamn, boy. If you don't like Davey Boy as a guest, we're gonna give you some goddamn lashings.
We got 2 words for you.
Hell
Hey,
yeah. Hey.
There's our man, Davey.
Can you hear me?
Thank you. Yeah, we can. Can you hear us?
Yeah, perfectly.
Beautiful. We got our guest here. This is Davey. D, do you want to introduce him? Because you know him better than I.
Hell yeah, this is Davey Bo. He is a Philly comic, a wrestling aficionado, host of the Ginger News news spot on YouTube, which he is repping with that t-shirt.
Hell yeah. That's your shirt? That's a great design.
That's mine, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. My buddy Mike Skane made it.
Fuck
So,
yeah. I'm all about getting all the plugs in, baby.
Yeah.
And the smart thing to do, get them in at the beginning. So
Yeah.
check out those YouTube analytics, and it says people watch only the first 3 minutes. Okay, that sounds like the first 3 minutes should be a commercial.
Yeah, we fucking nailed it with the glitch from hell.
Yeah. What you got to do to have a successful show? Take 35 minutes to
To configure your thing.
figure out how to actually run the stream live on air.
Real quick, shout out to Chance's Taco. Korean style tacos are probably the best kind. So.
Oh fuck yeah! Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love that Chances wants to talk tacos. That's great.
Chance McDonald, another very funny Philly comic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I asked Dee, are you hard or soft in terms of tacos?
See, that's where people might not like me. I prefer hard shell tacos.
Oh,
I grew up, yeah, I'm white trash. So like, Ortega tacos, that was like a fancy Mexican meal for the first like 20 years of my life.
Yeah, I mean, in a pinch, it'll get you, but I feel like it crunches up and it stabs your gums. That's soft tacos. For a guy who hasn't been to the dentist in 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, grow up on welfare.
I'm rocking with the soft. Yeah.
If you grow up on welfare, your gums get hardened over time. So.
Yeah, you grow callous gums.
Also, you guys were talking about the cigarette. The best cigarette was the inside the bar cigarette after a shot.
Oh,
that's a great cigarette.
That is true.
And then the shit talking outside cigarette is always like dude, you see what they just did?
Yeah.
So
let me ask you this, because they don't really do it anymore because of COVID, but there's a venue in Richmond, Fallout, that used to allow smoking on stage.
Yeah.
Or they allowed smoking indoors. You ever smoke a cigarette on stage?
No. I just started. No.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, it's rare to find a place that allows smoking indoors these days, but like,
that's a good point.
Dude, that shit is like, you get a big laugh and then you're just...
That does sound like a good one. I mean, that's also like the one outside. Like if you get a good laugh outside and you have that cigarette, it's the same rush.
Totally.
Yeah,
it's communal. Yeah.
Especially with comics, who's like, they get it. They get it. That's awesome.
Right. Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's like
no better feeling than making
cigarette
after
sex.
Laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Chance McDonald says he's always hard, and I've seen his dick covered in Chipotle, so I can confirm.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Hard or soft if you're gonna fuck the taco?
Soft.
What would you prefer?
Soft. Wait. Am I giving or am I receiving? Because I'll go soft. Soft both ways actually. Now I think.
Yeah, you went hard into soft, not soft into soft.
By receiving, you're talking about putting the taco in your ass.
Yeah,
that'd be hard to put a taco in your asshole.
I'm not accepting that challenge. I'm sorry. That's not my hill to die on, guys. I'm sorry.
Davey Bo, # soft taco challenge right here.
Yeah.
For ginger research, one taco can save a redhead.
It'll be the new breaking headline on Ginger News Network.
we should start like a scandal, or like a, not a scandal, but like start a rumor. Yes.
Well, there's a scandal. Like the Prince Harry is no longer a prince once he's like real cool. So it's like, they like gave up being a prince. It's like, thanks. We had one royalty. Now it's just, Tormund and Ed Sheeran, and Ed Sheeran better keep pumping out hits because he's too weird looking.
Yeah.
So
that shit is so just like, go fuck yourself. We don't like being royalty. Dude, shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh my God. Like, fuck you. I just want to be rich. I don't want to have shit to do. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
My parents are from the same neighborhood, and I'm like royalty in that neighborhood. And it's like this King of the Rats thing where you're just like, thank you. And then I leave, and I'm like,
you're like the Pied
piece of
Piper.
shit. Like, I'm just a big... I'm just another piece of shit.
The big fish in the small pond, and then you get in a bigger pond, and you're just like, oh, I am a minnow.
That big beard, that big beard. I would love to see you be the white trash Pied Piper. You just play your little flute and like lead all the rats out of the trailer park.
That sounds like a it sounds like a good skit. I think that could be something.
No, you just need to make like a pan flute thing out of a bunch of syringes, and you'll get everybody from Kensington just hobbling over to you.
Oh man, they'd probably think the pan flute was a syringe anyway. Like I wouldn't even have to make it out of syringes. They'd be like, that's awesome.
God damn.
Fuck yeah. Well, okay, so we are here to talk wrestling, I suppose, and of course we got a Hog Wild story coming up.
Oh, hell yes.
But yeah, so you are going to All Out. Dee and I went to the first RamPaige, not the CM Punk.
But still, that's awesome. I mean, did you get the Britt Baker pop?
Yeah, we did. We got to see Britt Baker in Pittsburgh.
I mean, CM Punk, shout out to him. He puts her over immediately. Like that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he gets it. All right.
I know. I loved that. Yeah. That fucking ruled. There's just so many moments in that promo that fucking ruled.
Oh, man. I was like listening to the song before I got on here. I was like, I got to be hyped. I got to get ready.
Getting hyped up.
Yeah, I just took a train from Manhattan, and on the train, I'm watching. I didn't care who sat next to me. I was like, "This is electric. Like, I gotta keep watching this."
Yeah.
So
building that cult of personality on the subway.
Oh man, yeah, like it's awesome. It was amazing. Like you can't. That feeling was crazy, and I was watching it through the TV, going, "I'm gonna see that. Like, I'm about to see that in 2 weeks."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
buddies.
So, well, that's what I loved is I'm not going to All Out, but I was thinking about the Dynamite in Philly in like October. I am thinking about that, and he clarified I am not part-time. I got Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, so it's like I'm gonna get to see CM Punk, man. Come on.
Yeah, and he's gonna get a similar pop in Philly. Like that like people don't understand. Like when Philly's on as a crowd, it's unreal. Yeah. Like when they booed Roman Reigns out of the building when he won the Royal Rumble, like
fuck yeah.
That was every fan. Those were real fans. I was there. I was actually at the one that Chris Benoit won. And now it's like a retrospect. It's like, God damn it, dude! Like you had to do it. I wish the Big Show would have stayed on his feet, but no, it was still great to see. It was pretty wild.
How long you been following wrestling, Davey?
I can't remember a time I haven't. It's yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember acting like Bret Hart, faking leg injuries to get like sympathy and shit like that. Like I learned how to sell an injury before I learned like really any basic skills. Like I just really loved it. It was when Owen Hart kicked Bret's leg out was it the Royal Rumble? Yeah, it was because it set up the WrestleMania 10 match, and it was just like Bret Hart coming out against Yokozuna, and you're just like, oh shit, he's hurt. Like I don't know how he's going to pull this off. And Yoko getting beating Luger earlier, went to his advantage.
Yeah.
So
fuck
damn, dude.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you've been following.
No,
you're good, dude. You're good.
I love you saying the faking injury thing because it's like that is the best part of hanging out with other wrestling fans is like pretending to hit your buddy and like the dude like react like selling is like, oh my fucking god, man! Like friends who don't like wrestling will not do that shit. But dude, I love taking a clothesline and just rolling around on the ground.
Yeah, like it's so much so that I want to learn it. Like I want to go to a school and learn. I would love to manage. I think that like talking someone into a building is just an art. Like I was watching old. Like this is how big of a nerd I am. I was watching old Classy Freddie Blassie videos and Captain Lou Albano because you hear these guys like spew and you just go, wow, like they don't even know what they're saying, and it's still amazing. So yeah, I love it. I always have, and I always will. That's why I'm so happy about Punk. He like that. I felt that energy through the TV, and I was like, like I'm a fan now. Like I'm now I love it again. So and
awesome. I had convinced myself it wasn't going to happen because I was such a big like. I probably got into wrestling.
Yeah, he was out of the game for a while.
7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, like I probably got into wrestling when I was like 11 or 12, and I remember like loving it. But like when I saw the pipe bomb, it changed fucking everything.
Oh my god, that fucking promo!
My fucking
Jesus
god.
Christ!
Yeah, it's one of the craziest pieces of television ever.
Yeah,
like, I get that it doesn't mean the same thing to non-wrestling fans, but like, I'm sorry, it just is. It's so
unbelievable.
masterful. Yeah.
I was in the Navy at the time, and I remember just being like, "Oh, you guys were talking about Virginia." I lived in Virginia Beach in in Lynn Haven, and I was stationed in Norfolk. So yeah, I know that place very well. And I remember when Punk did the pipe bomb, and I was like, "That's real! Like that's real!"
Yeah.
And then of course
Exactly.
you read, like I read WrestleZone. That's my like go-to page.
Hell yeah.
And they're like, "It's a work," and you're like, "Ah, man!" But he got me. He got me. And that's the cool part when they get you, and you're like, "Oh shit, okay."
Yeah.
Totally,
Oh my
getting
God.
invested in the characters, like. But with the CM Punk stuff, it rules because it's like, I mean, it like was real though. You know what I mean? It's like, it's they definitely worked with it, but it's like,
oh man,
we've
There's
heard
like
the podcast. He did not have a good thing going with WWE.
no, and like if you rewatch the video line, in which we will 100 times, there's a panning
another 100.
There's a panning shot, and like where it just pans across Punk and the crowd, and you just see this like emotion, and like I feel it right now, and I'm just talking to you guys, and I don't know how I'm going to react when I'm there, especially being in a crowd of people that are passionate. Like, how did that feel? Like, how did that feel when you were in that crowd so passionate for the first time
amazing.
in 2 years? Like,
oh my God, it was the best fucking thing in the world. Like, holy shit, and seeing everybody just lose their minds over Britt Baker coming out the hometown hero, and just like
it's palpable. Like I love. I've been to I think 3 AEW shows.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was the thing with RamPaige. What made us decide, because like it ended up being a fucking awesome show, but driving from Virginia to Pittsburgh for an hour show was kind of like I don't know. But I went to the first Dynamite, so I was like, I went to the first Dynamite.
Yeah. That's awesome.
How about the first RamPaige? Yeah, so I've been to both of their debut episodes.
That's great. No, that's a cool tradition too. Like, try and figure out where they're at next year, and then go hit that town, make it like a thing.
Especially if they're like, they stick around for 20 years. Come on, like you went to both of them. Like, if you met a dude who said he went to the first Raw and first SmackDown, it's like, that rules, dude. That's awesome.
Like, we're not far removed from people that were going to the first WrestleMania. Like
that's true.
And the first Starcade.
Yeah, it was like 86.
Like I have uncles that probably still are Bruno Sammartino fans. Like it's
fuck.
It's what's up?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah,
no, you're fine.
You mentioned Chris Benoit. What's like the eras, like the oldest era that you saw live?
That's really
Chris
funny. I was
Benoit's
just
a
thinking
while
about
ago
that.
at this point.
Yeah, so I remember, and I actually looked up the card. I can't remember it too much right now, but I was at the Spectrum in 1992, and Hulk Hogan headlined it.
Oh,
shit.
That's so cool you've seen Hogan.
Doink the Clown. It may have been 93. Like, Doink was on the card.
Doink the Clown!
And I remember, like, the Iron Sheik was on the card with Sergeant Slaughter. Like, it was just a wild card.
God.
And a young Owen Hart with Coco Beware may have been on that card as well, which was awesome, because I remember the flamboyant outfits, like the purple outfits. But I got scared, because I'm scared of clowns. When Doink came out, I ran. And my grandparents were pissed because they bought the tickets, and so like that's how, like,
that's
when
hilarious.
I say I'm white trash, like, yeah, my family gets mad if I walk out of something they paid for, or like if I go to a buffet and I don't eat all the food. Like, they're like, "What? You didn't eat your share?" And I'm like, "Well, performance anxiety,
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, I get that. I talk to people that say they've walked out of movies. I've never walked out of a movie. Like,
same.
I walked out of Jurassic World. I hated it. And when they started the Jeep up, I was like, no, you can't start that Jeep up. It's seized. It's in a jungle. And I walked out. It was IMAX, and I was dating somebody at the time, and she got so mad.
Yeah.
But she got so mad. Yeah. I paid for the tickets. Whatever.
Yeah. You paid for it. Fuck it. You definitely have a right to. I just like it's crazy to me. I'm like, I'll sit here and watch it, whatever.
Yeah.
Who do I think I am?
I just love Jurassic Park so much that, like, I can't, like, It broke my
Oh
heart.
yeah, Jurassic Park.
So-
It's still
is a
real to you,
fucking
damn it.
classic,
Yeah,
dude.
it was my
I
Godfather
like
3.
Was that the first one? Yeah, Jurassic World.
Yeah, the first one with Chris Pratt.
What was the second new one?
I don't know.
Jurassic World 2?
Electric
Like
Boogaloo.
Evolution or thing. Yeah.
This time they have electric powers, and you're like, God damn it, dude! It was just dinosaurs in the first one.
Yeah. And they're probably going to get dumber with it. It's probably going to be like Jurassic Universe and then Jurassic Galaxy. Like, they probably will have dinosaurs in space.
Jurassic Guardians of the Galaxy.
Dinosaurs Rex in space. Like, come on, guys! Like, we're over this now.
Yeah,
Like-
that's definitely the jump the shark moment, even though it's kind of
Yeah.
fun to fuck around with. But
It's going to be like Planet of the Apes, like when they had the Christmas, or when Star Wars had their Christmas episode. They're like, none of this makes sense. Like, it doesn't go along.
yeah.
It doesn't go
It was
along
like-
with any of the storyline. Like, why would a Wookiee be hanging out with him? Like,
it was like Earth Day or something. It was even like
Yeah.
Christmas.
oh, man.
Earth Day on the Wookiee homeworld.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
milk
and
it. Yeah, who's Jesus? Like, who was Jesus?
Yeah, that's true. If he lived in the Star Wars universe, Jesus, would he have
Yeah.
to go around and get crucified on every planet?
Oh man, that's.
Because they all it's a
But
different
there-
original sin for every creature.
But there's also going to be planets that accept him. So do
Yeah.
they?
That's
So
true.
do
That's
they-
true.
So do they become like a different? You know, like who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
You know?
The Christ Empire.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
Christ paradox. This is our new theorem that we can work on. This would be a podcast, the Christ paradox.
I like this alternate history of just like
Yeah.
different branches of Christianity, whether you worship the crucified Christ or the Christ who's still existing.
In this one, he gets dumped in a tank. It's like,
Jesus in carbonite.
yeah. Oh man,
That
It's
is
like-
true. Yeah, seeing him like get killed in a Star Wars fashion would be sick. Like tortured in a Star Wars fashion.
and then there's the one when he just like stops it with the Force, like he just takes over.
Whoa,
That's
that's
real.
true.
It's real in this. Not is real. It is real. And
That's true. All
it's
the
okay.
miracles and shit. That could just be the Force. He might just be one with the Force.
Or yeah, no, I don't want to go there.
Well,
Doing a
in that
comedy,
case, he's
dude.
just a really shitty Jedi.
yeah,
like,
what if he's
Just a
probably
subpar Jedi that doesn't really do anything.
What if he was just a shitty prop comic? He's just-
Yeah.
he's
Jesus
just
is a shitty prop comic.
I
love
look at these
it, yeah.
holes, huh? He's like, oh man, not again. He's doing the whole bit. He's doing the fucking whole bit. We get it. Oh man.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
And this one, she washes my feet.
I'd love to see him like reimagined as like a Chris Angel-esque illusionist. Like, you know,
Oh man,
on
Jesus.
today in Galilee, Jesus is feeding the 5,000.
Oh man.
He only
By
has
the way-
3 loaves.
My like former Irish Catholicism is like making me so nervous making these jokes right now. I'm like, oh god damn it.
Oh
So-
well, Dee and I like to be very sacrilegious, but if it bothers you,
No, I love it. I'm getting it out. I smoked a lot.
Oh,
of
get
weed
it out,
before,
okay.
So yeah. Yeah, I
He's,
have a lot
he's
of-
exercising some demons.
I went to
That's
Catholic
great.
school, so like I have a lot of like weirdness where I'm like, why do I have to learn this shit? It's just another history.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's very much how I feel.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like,
I don't want to be in people's faces and be an asshole, but it's like, why the fuck did I have to have like that upbringing? Like, god
Yeah.
damn it! You know
It
what
is,
I mean?
yeah. It is what it is, you know. Like, I get it. I went to the public school system in Philadelphia first, so like,
Yeah.
like Catholic school was the step up, and then
Yeah,
you
sure.
go and you're like, no, it's the same shit. Like, it's just I have to learn about this new guy. Like, now I have to learn, like, there's a headliner that I have to fucking, read about all the time. And,
Yeah.
no one really cares about the opening act. Like, they're just like, just get straight to the headliner. And,
God damn, dude.
yeah, and the host fucks kids, so it's just your fault.
I guess in every mass, Jesus. I guess for every mass, Jesus is the host and the headliner.
Yeah, and well, it's the Trinity, so he's also the middle. Like he's all three.
The host, the feature, and the headliner, the Holy
it's-
Trinity.
Wow, man, I love this alternate universe of Jesus. It's just like a shit prop comic, you know? Now,
Yeah. Oh yeah. The idea of
Oh,
Jesus
man.
just being a road dog.
just eating shit. Like everyone's like, God damn it, dude! 3 days we have to sit here. He's like David Blaine. He's more like David Blaine. David Blaine is. Like David Blaine punctures himself on purpose. Like at least Jesus was forced to do it.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, they come to the green room and he's like fucked up. They're like, God damn it! All we brought you was water. What happened?
He's like, dude, I know. He's like, I'm worried about your bottom line. I don't want to get into your bottom line. You know, this is all going to charity right now. He was kind of like Kurt Cobain a little bit, where he just didn't want to be popular, but he did. Like he was like, no, I'm gonna make hit parable after hit parable, but like, don't you spread the word. I don't, don't you do it. You do it.
What's your gimmick, man? Oh, I'm the son of God.
Yeah. I'm just the second
I am the son of God.
Yeah. That
That's
guy
my
who runs
thing.
things? He's like a Penn student who's like, my dad's a lawyer. Like, my dad's God, guys. Like, the creator of the heavens and the earth.
Totally.
He got so tuckered out, he took a day off. Like, he was just, I'm out. I gotta.
Yeah, Jesus gets arrested for like snorting cocaine, and it's like, you know who my fucking dad is.
And Joseph's sitting there going, I raised you, dude. Like I did the hard work. This guy just he fucked you from jump. Like he made your mother a whore. He made me out to an asshole, and I took care of you like a dick.
Yeah.
And now I'm just a saint. Cool. I have nothing.
Yeah.
He's like
Joseph really was a cuckold.
He's like Jamie Lannister almost. Like he's like, I get none of the fame afterwards. So everyone's like, yeah, he keeps saying it's the son of God. What a cuck. Oh man,
he really is. He's like an absolute cuckold. No respect.
He's the original
for
Rodney.
Joseph.
Like
Jesus can't get no respect.
Hey, did you hear about my stepson? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I feed this kid. I clothe this kid. He's going around telling people he's the son of God. No respect.
I'm his stepfather. I feel like his son, and I don't feel the Holy Spirit. No. You're just like, Rodney, I love you. Joey Dangerfield. And he's Jewish. Yeah. He is Jewish. So he works the gimmick.
Joseph Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, this guy, there's water in the wine. What do you want from me? I don't know why I just turned Italian. I don't know why.
Oh.
Ew.
I love this 1950s comic of he's kind of like Carlin almost, like just saying shit and getting crucified for it, literally.
Yeah. I asked
Jesus,
Mary. I said to this girl, will you marry me? She goes, I gotta tell you, I'm pregnant. It's God's son. No respect. I said, will you marry me?
Man.
She said, I'm pregnant with God's son.
He's like, this one dude's gonna be the head of the church for denying him 3 times. I'm getting denied constantly, and nothing. This other dude, Peter. Oh, he got crucified upside down. Good for you. The fact that I know this much, it's like, why? It's like all.
I know, yeah.
Like,
I like when you can get into the weeds with like Bible references.
Yeah.
You can tell
I can't
someone
quote
else.
anything. I mean, I could just quote Pulp Fiction. That's about it. And Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, that's the only scripture I need is Austin 3:16 and a cold one in my hand.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Dee and I were like, we went to like Awana and shit. Do you know what Awana is?
No, it sounds beautiful. I hope it's beautiful.
It's not beautiful, I will say. But it's
a Bible camp for Baptist kids.
Well,
What it was
it was an extra day of school. Because we would go to
Basically,
school
yeah.
Monday through Friday, and then it's like, all right, you got Sunday school, you got church, and then at night you're going to Awana. Jesus, what the fuck?
Oh man. It's
Jesus,
like
7 days a week.
you're going to like detention to go to heaven. Like, damn it. You're going to Saturday
That's a
detention
killer
for
line.
heaven.
Detention for heaven, yeah.
That's your penance. Jesus. Whatever.
That's fucking hilarious, yeah. But yeah, so I feel like definitely were able to like quote scripture because what it was school where you would memorize scripture and then you had to like go up to the teacher and recite it. It was fucking brainwashing.
Oh
weird.
yeah. No. Oh, that's so worse. That's so much worse.
It's
Like,
terrible.
that's the worst.
Yeah, it's
thing. Like you
sucking
have to
ass.
do someone else's material, and it's not funny. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah,
Like I gotta sit here and read this. Like, god damn it.
I know. It's like the best part of it was just to get when we would like go play kickball or whatever. It's like
or you get to
just
read
let kids
Revelation.
play
Like,
fucking kickball, man.
but when you get to Revelation, like then you're like, oh,
True. Yeah. Revelation was
fiction. This is fan
metal,
fiction. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Revelation feels like Bible DLC in a way.
Yeah.
Once you grind hard enough, you just unlock it.
Well, we were talking
The
about
original
wrestling. It
expansion
sounds
pack.
like a pay-per-view. Yeah. I'll see you this Sunday at Revelation. The four
Everybody's marking
horsemen
out
will
for
be
when
there.
Jesus comes back.
Sunday. The four horsemen will reunite at the Richmond Coliseum. Bring your Bibles. It's going to be a burner. Dusty Rhodes
Holy
is Jesus.
shit.
Yeah.
Coming in. I'm the
Hey, the
guy.
Earth's gonna
In
burn
this
time,
one, in this
Daddy.
universe, Jesus is Dusty Rhodes. And the
I'd like to see
Romans are-
Jesus standing in the rafters like Sting. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Oh, that would be really cool, actually. Speaking of Sting, way to round it all out.
Oh,
CM Punk and
yes.
Darby Allin at All Out.
Oh
How
shit,
about
that's
that?
right.
Fuck yes. I cannot wait. It's so cool that his first match is going to be against Darby. Darby's a star, man. I fucking love watching that dude wrestle.
Just start calling him Starby Allin. I mean, the kid, like, he's awesome.
He's such a star. We should call him Darby Allin.
He's like Jeff Hardy and that Sting black and white character just put together.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
when he
Yeah.
goes off, like,
Yeah.
and his charisma comes out because he has it. Like, he has a natural charisma, and it's
Yeah.
unbelievable to watch. So, like,
He's
for
got the
Sting to have
charisma and
him-
like he's
No.
so reckless. Like I love it. Like his suicide dives look like suicide dives. Like he fucking just throws himself so fast through the ropes. And like I guess just doesn't give a fuck if he gets hurt. It's insane.
no, it doesn't. The coffin drop is like crazy. Like the coffin drop,
yeah.
that doesn't make sense. You're doing a full back bump, like, and
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. I love it. I love that shit.
and for people to take it because like his weight, I don't know how he distributes his weight all the way out. Like it's unbelievable, but no, he's great, and it's going to be fun. I feel bad because I've been doing a lot of mics lately to try and get average at this shit. But
course,
no,
yeah.
like
That's
so
the
I haven't
right
been
thing to
watching
do.
it. So I'm actually taking a train out to Chicago.
Okay,
it's like
nice,
a 26-hour train. So I'm just gonna be watching AEW, and for each commercial break, it's gonna be the CM Punk
Hell
pop.
yeah.
And like just back and forth and back and
Yes.
forth.
Oh yeah,
And,
I love that.
Yeah,
That is time
I've
well
never done-
spent, my friend.
Yeah, like I've never done cocaine, but I feel like that'll be like professional wrestling's version of it. Like when Ultimate Warrior was like through the veins of the Warrior. That's what
Dude,
Hulkamania
yeah.
is. That's just that rush. That's that rush of adrenaline. Well, Hulkamania is
Yeah.
Hulkamania is steroids and cocaine. Let's be honest.
That's definitely where the Ric Flair woo came from. You know what I mean? You do a line of coke and just go, woo!
Yeah, like I've never done it.
Yeah.
This is how excited I'm just talking wrestling to you right now, and I'm like, I want to like
Dude,
jump through the screen.
If there was a
Get the
way to
fucking
condense down the feeling of watching AEW Dynamite, and I could shoot it into my veins, I would.
Yeah, I'd shoot it in the worst places. To be honest with you, like I would get that. I would take it in a
RamPaige
soft taco.
directly into my dick.
Just load that. What's your topics on your soft taco? AEW adrenaline rushes. Like, we're good. We're good.
Give me a splash of Darby Allin with a little bit of CM Punk sprinkled over.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, like, I'm excited to see like people like Pac and the Death Triangle and like and these people I've never seen before. I haven't been to a wrestling event in a long time. I don't know when it was, and I think like if there's two. One I blacked out and I had to kick myself out of it.
Damn. I've never gotten crazy, like pretty drunk, but like blackout. Damn.
Ah, you're back.
Yeah, damn, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I used to black out regularly. Like, there's no like.
Oh, sure. I'm not.
I was a mess. Yeah. Like
I'm not saying
the
I
man
don't black out regularly.
Oh no, yeah, it used to be bad. But I like met up with a friend earlier in the day, and I went to this NXT event at the Tower in Upper Darby, and I I met up with friends, and they weren't blacked out, and I was. And I remember I don't remember any matches, but I remember screaming to the ring at the Tower, which isn't that big. Fuck him up, you pussy! Like, fuck him up. You know, totally breaking kayfabe. It's real to me. It is that real. And I remember they had like an intermission shortly after, and I was like, I'm gonna go. Like, I'm gonna go. I gotta get out. And I remember leaving, and the sun was still up, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ! Like, what am I doing to myself?
No.
Yeah, I met Darth Vader at the Tower Theater at a Weird Al concert, which was like a wild night. Yeah.
That's like awesome.
Yeah, I was also not blacked out.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
No.
Not blacked out.
I was on my way out of the concert after he did the Anakin song, and Darth Vader's there. I was like, "Hey, Darth, can I get a picture?" And the actor's like, "Yeah, man, like, you're fucking 30 years old. Like, what are you doing? It's a Weird Al concert.
Yeah,
you loser. You're
exactly.
A loser." Yeah. But
dude,
yeah,
Weird Al is good live, I will say.
Yeah, no, it's like 7 costume changes. One of my friends got
his show is a treat.
Yeah, like we moved to a different section because there was kids near us, and when we moved to the other section, my one friend was so ridiculous that they put him back in the kids section, so he couldn't curse. And he was like sitting on his hands, and he was like starting up like the most kid-friendly chants I've ever heard. It was amazing. Like what they did was. Yeah, like he had a full face turn. He had like a
fuck yes.
Yeah, he did the double turn. He all in one night.
The double turn. Yeah. Opa Big Show style. That rules.
They were like, "Oh, you're in trouble." He was like, "No, you're not. I'm gonna have the time of my life with these like 12-year-old kids." That was great. Not like that. That's weird.
I know. It sucks as a guy that you can't say that I really like kids.
Yeah, kids are cool. They're cool. Yeah, I like me saying this.
It is fun to spend time around kids. It's
like I got to see my niece for the first time in 2 years yesterday. You know, like that was awesome. Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and, fuck yeah.
Yeah, when I was leaving, she was like, "No, I don't want you to leave." I was like, I'll be back next week. Like, I'll be able to see it. This is going to be awesome. So, yeah, it's so cool.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you're not ordained, you can say you like kids.
Yeah. As long as, I mean, just be a good person. Like, just be a good fucking gem of a person, and it's not that hard. So
that's what it boils down to. Just be
a
good person. I 100%.
Or be a shitty one, so I can make fun of you. So.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to complain about people if there weren't assholes out there. So don't change, assholes.
No, never. Someday you can.
You mentioned a wild night. Speaking of wild nights, let's get into the Hog Wild story. Did you prepare a Hog Wild story here for us?
I didn't prepare. So I had 2. That first one was 1, but I don't remember that. So I was like, I could throw. I just don't remember any of it. I know I went to Quizzo after that, and probably a little. Yeah, I just kept drinking. It was awful. But
God damn.
So the one before I went to, it was WWF SmackDown in Philly, and me and my buddies, we smoked a joint in the parking lot back when like weed hurt, you know, and you were just like, oh, dude, I'm hot, like I'm very hot.
Yeah,
And
you lay the smackdown on your lungs with a
yeah, it's just like
1993 joint.
it's a shitty joint with your buddy who's like, I invented this new filter. It's a triangle, and you're like, shut up, shut up. You're not filtering anything. It's still dirt.
Yeah,
Shout
it's
out to George
shittier
Bachansky. I love.
weed,
Yeah.
and you're like a 19-year-old. It's like you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, it's cold. We're pre-gaming in a parking lot with like just a shitty joint. Like fuck up.
Yeah.
Let's
Hell
just
yes.
say, yeah, we were drowning in pussy like back then. we were
Of
the
course,
coolest
yeah.
kids.
You're checking out some Friday Night
Yeah.
Smackdown. You're smoking a joint.
Yeah.
You're cool guys.
Yeah,
Life is good.
probably probably wearing jeans that like go down too far that are collecting dirt and water all over the place. I had gauges. I think I had gauges too. So yeah, no. We go into the ticket office, and I was like, "What are the best seats that we can get?" And they told me the price, and I was like, "What are the worst seats we can get?"
Yeah.
And that was a way better price. So we took them, and the section we were in, I kind of foreshadowed about with the Weird Al story. We were like where like the kids were, you know. It's like the parents who like are working a second job are hanging, you know, they're bringing their kids. And
yeah,
I bought Eddie Guerrero had just passed, and I bought the shirt, and I remember like we just had a good time, and it was the Battle Royal that Kurt Angle won the World Heavyweight Championship.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was in Philly. Yeah.
Fuck
I don't remember
yeah.
anything else before that. I remember like a few things, like just laughing. Like my buddy he bought a spinner belt, and he just kept spinning it. And for some reason, that was like I was so stoned. I was like, "That's amazing. That's great." I can't, but I can't. But I always loved the live performance of it. Like I always loved watching like the referees. Like that's who I would watch. Like what are they doing? Like where are they positioned? That's so cool.
Yeah.
And you could tell like what's coming up next sometimes.
I agree.
I like the
That's
theatrics of it. That's what I really always enjoyed.
Yeah. I 100% agree. The theatrics, but like just watching it on a production level is so interesting because there's so many different moving parts. There's so many things going on. It's people running around like like the crew is like running around like crazy for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
They're up there with like Broadway set designers. You know? I mean, not to the extent, but like every night, you know, they're doing it. They're doing it more shows in different locations, and it's unbelievable. It's such a cool thing to see live. But so yeah, I remember that, and I remember like just chanting with like the kids and stuff. Like the parents were like, "Oh, we have a night off. Like we don't have to. Like these are the cool adults that are gonna just, you know, they're the nerdy high school kids that are just high chanting professional wrestling.
You're not hurting anybody. You're
man.
just high and fucking loving some wrestling."
Yeah. And
damn, dude.
I forget what happened when Kurt Angle. I don't know if we knew he was coming out or if he was like a surprise entrant in it. Because I know he was hurt. Like it was a surprise that he was there, and he was a Raw. It was like he was either on Raw or ECW. Something was weird. And so when his music hits, my buddy, when they're going, "You suck, and these kids are screaming it. My buddy's going, "He is an Olympic gold medalist. He does not suck. He won with a broken neck. He represented this country." And they're booing my buddy. Oh man, it was so good. It was so good.
Show a little more respect.
Yeah, he's an American hero. God damn it. And it was. Oh man, I remember just crying, laughing. Like that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Matt Wells is possibly the funniest human being I've ever lived with or like just hung out with. I think he's got a bit going on me right now for the past 7 years. Like that's how good he is with shit.
Yeah.
But no, anyway. So yeah, Kurt Angle comes out and my buddy's yelling back at them, and he wins. But then the crowd turns because they're like, "Oh shit!" Like he's so excited that the confetti hits, and it was awesome. So afterwards, there's a Denny's that's in Essington. Not too far from the Wachovia Center. That's what it was at the time. Now it's Wells Fargo. And
now, can I ask?
Yeah.
Where after the show you're going to Denny's? Where are you? You high? Did you have some
I'm coming down.
How you feeling?
I'm coming down. I don't think we had alcohol. And I think I was.
Yeah, you're still underage, right?
Yeah, I'm like 19.
Okay, so yeah.
I haven't even like
Yeah,
thought about
gotcha.
the Navy yet. Like, and I joined the Navy when I was 20. So like it's
Gotcha,
still I
okay.
might have been 18. And so we go to it's me and my two buddies. We go to Denny's and we meet up with friends. Yes,
Okay.
we meet up with friends.
Yeah.
So we walk into Denny's and there's like the rosters there. Like all like the undercard guys, like Animal from the Road Warriors was there.
Oh.
Oh my god.
There was a couple other people, and I remember
That's
like
cool.
yeah, somebody bumped my buddy Matt, and my buddy Matt's a pretty big kid, and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck, dude?" And he like pushes this guy, and it's Matt Hardy. Yeah.
What?
But like,
You pushed Matt Hardy?
but like Matt Hardy realizes what happened. Like he was like,
Yeah.
I did. He was like, oh no,
Yeah.
I did. Like and they calmed it down. Like it was not a big deal. It wasn't like a fight broke out, but it was like also cool to see. Like he was like, ah shit, I came in hot because he's trying to avoid people. And my buddy was like, yeah, whatever. Like it is what it is. Like I just now I have this cool story, and now I can tell it.
He's lucky. Matt wasn't broken at the time.
Yeah.
Both of them. Both of them. My buddy Matt, when he was broken, he was knocking people out. Like I'm not. Like, he was.
That is true. If you get bumped and you're like, "What the fuck?" It's like, all right.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah. But yeah, I remember like I bummed through kids to like get autographs, and they're looking at me like, "Dude, you're come on, man. Like I'm 6 feet tall, and I was like, chubby." So they're just like, you fucking loser, dude. Here, like, go. But yeah, it was like just weird to see them in like their habitat, and you're like, oh, Mr. Kennedy. Right. That's who I remember, Mr. Kennedy. Yeah. And I was like, oh man, that guy's cool. And then if we have time, there was another time I ran into the whole roster. I was stationed in South Korea for a year, and over there we have I almost said ADeeW network, which would be amazing.
Man,
AFN is what it's called, Armed Forces Network. So we would get all the pay-per-views for free. So I'm flying back from South Korea, and my first stop is in Japan.
That rules at the time. Sorry to interrupt, but all the pay-per-views for free?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
PTSD, 3 pay-per-views. I mean, I lucked out.
Yeah,
I'll take the,
That's a pretty sweet deal. It's,
I have like PPVTSD now. Like,
yeah.
That's why I'm so happy.
I've only seen your upper half. You have your legs blown off. I'm like, that's awesome, man.
No.
Free wrestling.
I have two functioning legs. You know, I'm like Forrest Gump mid-run. That's where I'm going for right now. That's where I'm at in life.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
But no, so I'm in Japan. I'm coming in Japan. I did not come in Japan.
Yeah.
I did not. I just had a layover.
Your soft taco.
I did not get soft tacoed in Japan. So no, I'm in this layover, and it's just like I'm 6 feet, so I'm pretty tall over there.
Yeah.
And I just see a bunch of people I'm taller than. I'm a head over, and then I see monsters of humans.
Oh yeah.
The WWF was just doing a Southeast Asian tour.
In a sea of Japanese people, you just see a bunch of wrestlers.
Yeah, the whole roster's there. Like I remember seeing Jack Swagger, like from behind. That guy's a monster. I saw like some divas, and you just see them in person. And you're like, you're goddesses. You're beautiful. And but I remember seeing like Mark Henry. And you're just like, that's a big motherfucker. Like that guy, like Jack Swagger's big, but like Mark Henry is just like, that guy's just.
Yeah,
I know.
Literal brick wall.
Yeah, Dee and I saw him at RamPaige the other week, and I mean,
huge,
like,
dude.
all he was doing was commentary, but when he walks out, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, it's so crazy.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things to me where when you see, and also like you got to realize I'm going to scale against a bunch of Japanese people. Like I'm in Japan, so they're also like my mind's fucked. I'm flying home. I haven't seen my family. I'm seeing like my wrestling family right now. This is cool. And I remember like I had only like my laptop, so I was trying to take a picture and it didn't work. I never got anything with it. But I was like walking around and I saw the Great Khali. That was another one. That was one where you're just like,
shit.
That's another
like,
just
you're like, does he just go in the luggage? Like, do they just put him in a it's amazing. Like it's amazing. Like people shit on him, but like fuck you guys. Like that guy was
he's huge.
Yeah,
he's a giant.
He's Rey Mysterio compared to Giant Gonzalez. I mean, the guy could he could take a bump if he had to, but not a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, like I was like turning a corner and I ran into Jeff Hardy, who was the champ at the time.
Nice.
And all I could muster was like, "Hey, thank you for the wrestling."
You thanked him for his service.
Yeah.
You're in the fucking Navy.
I didn't even think about it like on that angle. Mr. Jeff Hardy, sir, reporting for duty.
I just want to thank you for all you do.
Yeah. Here's my
around the world.
Yeah, here's my Joint Service Achievement Medal for all the moves you have done. I didn't earn it. I got drunk and negotiated hooker prices for a year, so don't worry about it. It's all good. No.
Yeah. Now let me ask you: did you ever see any wrestling while you were in Japan?
No. Japan was only a layover, and I did not see anything in Korea. Korea was beautiful. Like Korea wasn't a wrestling like area. Like we had it on base, but like I remember not much. Like no.
Did you ever get a tribute to the troops?
No. Oh god. I think we had like a UFC event though.
That's cool.
But I wasn't like that. Like I was on an army base and I was in the Navy, so like we weren't really privy to all the. That's not cool shit. They're the army. Like they feel so bad. They're like, just give it to them. Like you guys have like you don't have to share showers. Like I had like my own apartment pretty much. Like the Navy to me was easy. Like I didn't really have to do much, but I just had to show up and like be friendly. Like it's pretty much comedy. Like show up, be friendly.
Hell yeah.
Work at it a little bit. And I like to think I work hard, but you know, it's just a little bit goes a long way, and that's how I've always like lived life. Where people are like, he sucks at this job, but like, I'll fucking do shots with him afterwards, you know. I mean, while I'm not out doing shots, I'm the one they're complaining about. Where they're just like, Davey Bo, it's not, you know. If this was a communist country, we would kill him. Like we would overthrow the government because of his laziness. He's that bad. He's not making his daily bread. So, like, I got mad at my friend who I'm going to go to ADeeW with once for out lazying me. I was like, "You motherfucker!" Like, we were on a ship. I was on a warship out to sea. Like we were deployed, and that's how I. It's like, what else are you going to do? You know, like, sit there and be miserable, or are you going to try and get through it any way you can by taking naps all over the ship?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Your freedom was fine. Yeah. Your freedom was fine. For every one of me, there's like 7 that care. So, you know.
You are exactly right. There's showing up gets underplayed. If you just keep showing up, people are like, hell yeah, man. This guy
the squeaky wheel gets the semen.
It's just one of those things where, that, like, look at Jesus. He kept, to round it out to our Bible again, he kept showing up. He was just nice. He was like, here's some wine. There you go.
That's true. Yeah. But then he had a heel turn, because that's my problem with him. He left.
Now, where's his heel turn, though? What, in the temple? Is his heel turn in the temple?
Oh, I think the heel turn is he left and he stopped showing up. It's been 2021 years.
That was his retirement.
Oh, I thought you meant in the Bible when he went to the desert for 40 days. He just went on hiatus. He was like,
I think that was his big pop.
Yeah, well, really, he got buried, is what happened.
Yeah,
that was his indie circuit run.
Is his pop is his punk return like when he leaves when he comes back, or is it like when he's born?
I think
because we have
Revelation is going to be his punk return. But
oh my God! If you just hear, and you're like,
Jesus will return once you get to Revelation.
Christian made punk, Eddie Strange. With the
you want to see Christ return? You gotta turn some pages, brother, because he's gonna be there.
Easter Sunday,
Revelation.
Christ has died. Holy Christ is risen. Christ will rise again. That's like his ultimate warrior moment, just killing it.
I think Christ will return, of course, with Revelation. But I think the thing is, Punk wouldn't come back to wrestling until like AEW was around because he hated WWE.
Yeah.
What if Jesus won't come back because he's like Christians nowadays?
Yeah, he's
Brutal.
like,
He's waiting on a new person to interpret the Bible and be like, these guys. I'm coming back to these guys.
I left the bitchy one for this one. Like, I'd rather take the bitchiness and like they're spending their money on things that they need. Like this other group's like just putting their dicks in things and like hoping they don't get a class again or something.
They're against free healthcare. Fucking
yeah.
I told them to give their money away. What the fuck?
Oh, that's that. I do know that scripture. He's someone
Jesus
he
was
talking to like
very socialist.
Yeah, like he was talking to a tax collector, and he was like, something about that money
Render
worth
Caesar
nothing to me.
Caesar.
That's what it is. Yeah,
Give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Yeah.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you very much. Here I am. I'm like, I kind of know it. I read the Bible for a week.
You know me,
and I gave up.
The theology simp over here.
I know the hits. Like, I just know the hits. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the B side. You know the D side of the Bible.
I know the deep cuts of the Bible discography.
The Spotify top 5 for the Bible.
That should be your audio book. D cuts with the for the Bible. And it's just you. Yeah. You're just like, keep Caesars, and it's you doing like snap poetry or whatever.
Yeah.
Render. Caesar's. What is Caesar's?
Now I'm going back. I'm just remembering the Star Wars Jesus crossover.
Man,
we said he would have an empire. I think he would be like, give to Vader what's Vader's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck, Jesus? Vader wants all my credits. Yeah,
Jesus
his face
the
is on
Hutt.
the money.
Jesus
the Hutt, like he could. Well, Jabba's kind of like Pontius Pilate in a way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
Jabba
like,
is Pontius.
He's just like a fat. Like, see again, I just know the hits. Like, I know the stars. Like if you. Like right now, it's like my AEW roster knowledge. Like I know Moxley, Christian Cage, Omega. I don't really know the twin brothers. Like, see, I'm not
twin brother.
The champs, the tag champs, and I can't like.
Oh, the Bucks, the Young Bucks.
The Bucks, yeah. But I saw them at House of Hardcore like 5 years ago.
Ooh, yeah, dude.
That's another story, actually. That was a fun time.
Oh,
Heard,
well, speaking of hits, I do have to hit the road and go to practice pretty soon. So.
Okay, so
sorry.
We'll wrap up real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
No, it's okay.
This is great.
We've been going for a while. This is very fun.